Hello, main channel. You probably clicked on the thumbnail assuming that you didn't click on the thumbnail. I'm really high right now. Oh my god. You probably clicked on the title assuming this would be a regular sit down video with lighting and all of that kind of shit. And I actually filmed that tonight for an hour and a half. It looks like this. I posted like the ring light and like my camera on my Instagram story. Like I put on this Care Bear onesie. I wanted it to be themed after my old Tana Talks videos where I would always just throw on a onesie and talk about whatever was on my mind. Aww. Other than story times and like get high with me's. Those were pretty much my favorite videos I ever filmed. I don't know why I stopped filming them. I'm such a pussy, but I wanted to bring that vibe back for today's video. And now I'm sitting down, literally editing this video right now, like headphones in right now. And I feel like I'm watching like a presidential speech. And I don't know if that means I'm gonna completely redo it. Maybe I'll film this clip halfway and then end up deciding it's a really dumb idea and you'll never see this and you'll only see this. But like before filming this announcement video, I like wrote out a bunch of bullet points and I read them, and I'm in editing right now watching it back, and I just feel like it's so forced, and I should have just talked more freely about it. You don't care. I don't know if I've said it yet, but today's video is going to be an announcement video, and I never wanted to upload it right now. I was supposed to upload this exact video on like May 30th, and then I found out some really crazy news, which means that basically tomorrow, today, it's April 29th at 4:30 a.m. right now when I'm refilming this, and I'm gonna upload it at noon today, and I'm shooting a music video all day, and I'm not gonna sleep. It's gonna be really fucking awesome. No matter what, today at noon, this information that I'm about to tell you is gonna get leaked to the public. And don't get me wrong, the number one thing I wanna do right now is go into a hiatus because I just posted this breakup video, and I already see the comments of people being like, oh, you're gonna post a breakup video and then the next day you're gonna come live with like an announcement video. Like, oh my god, I hope you know that all I want to do is ghost for like a week. But just because something so negative happened to me doesn't mean I want to let it take away from something so positive that I've spent the last 9 months working on. And as much as I don't feel ready to take on this boss bitch mentality right now, sometimes in life you just have to step up and do that. And no matter what, this is gonna go live to the world tomorrow at noon, and I could let some random fucking media source pick it up. I don't want to do that. If anything, I've waited every day for the last 9 months and not shut the fuck up about it online to like talk about this shit. And even if that means I just uploaded a video that I don't want to upload after ever, I'm not gonna let that take away from something that I've poured my soul into for the last 9 months. You're probably really confused by what I'm saying right now, but I promise by the end of the video it will all make sense. And like I said, this was supposed to be live at the end of May, and a giant fucking production with 1 million camera people and producers and crazy shit. But would it even be in true Tana Mongeau fashion if something didn't fuck that up and my announcement video ends up being this? Probably not. And so I filmed this, got really fucking high. Paris Hilton DM'd me. It was crazy. I was sad for a second about my breakup. I started to watch this footage, and I don't know if it's because I'm really high. I feel like I hate everything when I'm really high, but like watching this video just isn't right, because at the end of the day, every fucking thing I'm announcing today, and I say this a lot in this video, is because of you. And I don't ever want you to think for even 1 second that I don't know that is because of the people at home that watch my videos and support me. And this like bullet pointed ring light, softbox light, hello, here are my announcements. Like, video isn't right for me. So sorry, this is a long ass intro. This whole video is gonna be like a long ass intro. So today I am finally shutting the fuck up about everything I'm working on but can't tell you about. I now no longer have any excuses to tweet, sorry, I was in a meeting, like every other fucking YouTuber. But if you would have like asked me at 100K, like still behind the counter at PacSun, like debating like, do I quit this PacSun job for YouTube, who like everyone was telling YouTube is fucking stupid, you're not gonna get anywhere with it. My fucking own family was literally being like, you're a fucking failure and what is this YouTube thing, like go get a real job, you know? If you would have walked up to that girl and said like, if YouTube can go anywhere, you could do anything you wanted with this YouTube fame, in that moment I know without question I would have said the things I'm announcing today, which obviously makes me so emotional and proud, and it's just a constant reminder that like, if you're watching me, like even if you feel so far away from me, because in reality, I've never met you and you've never met me, you're watching me behind a screen. Sorry, that was like philosophical, I'm high. What I do in my life seems so far away and fucking fun, and it's all just like blunts and Tana's nice house with her 19 friends and like Gucci princess, oh my God. But like at one point, like I was like this girl in nothing, like with a dream. I don't know, it literally sounds so cheesy, like Alexa play fucking Ordinary Girl by Hannah Montana, but like just because I'm announcing this crazy shit doesn't mean like you can't do this too, and I owe it all to you was the point of that tangent. But again, I'm high. And ironically, I was gonna make this video a get high with me and then decided not to, and then here I am doing that. And I know that you just have me on like 4 times speed, or you're like sitting at your phone like tapping through to try to get to the fucking announcement, but I want to talk about one more thing before I even get into this video, just to get it out of the air. So sorry for like rambling, but this whole video is rambling, so like if you don't want fucking rambling, like go watch a montage ass bitch. Like hello, I'm sorry to break it to you, Keemstar, but this is not an announcement for TanaCon 2. I hate saying the T word, I like don't really say it around here. What's crazy is, and I haven't really talked about this at all, I was really convinced that after TanaCon being a fucking disaster, it would deter any future convention companies from even blinking in my direction. After all of the logistical stuff of TanaCon was figured out, all of these giant companies started reaching out. Name a giant company that makes a convention, any convention, fucking Comic-Con, Digicon, whatever the fuck, Playlist Live, anything. They were like in my DMs. It was like after the Shane series and everyone was like, you can't give up, like try again, try again, try again. I was saying no to all of these companies for a while, and then eventually the biggest, best one reached out to me, and we ended up having a lot of long conversations where I literally just like sobbed at tables to fucking businessmen who like have no idea who I am about how poorly it went. And there was almost a second where I was literally considering doing it, and then it was like I knew I wasn't ready. I knew that if I ever want to do it, I would want it to be so disassociated and far away from myself, because again, going into TanaCon, not to talk about TanaCon too much, what's an announcement video without talking about TanaCon at this point? I also knew that if I ever were to do it, I would want it to be so detached from myself, or at least I don't think I could ever do that and profit without donating to so many charities or having the proceeds like directly help someone or whatever. It's a whole thing. And I eventually came to the conclusion that I didn't want to put successful convention planner on my resume just yet. Right now, I'm really enjoying attending conventions, and conventions not hating me. I'm like, come meet me at MegaCon. I think when the perfectly right opportunity or solution came along that would benefit the greater good of the community and the things I stood for, then it would be something to take a second look at. But until then, I'm obviously focused on other things. I'll shut up. I just didn't want anyone viewing this for any longer to have any inkling of a thought that I was gonna be like, oh my God, my second announcement is TanaCon 2, and this time there's umbrellas. Like that would just show that I fucking learned nothing over the last year, and it would be really embarrassing. So sorry, Keemstar. Sorry, Jake Paul. So now we can finally move on to this announcement. I'm like, but first, there's gonna be a 9-minute backstory. But I'm gonna start that off by telling you why I'm announcing this right now on an iPhone in a Care Bear onesie, editing a version I filmed 3 hours ago and hate in a love sack, high as fuck. Every year around this time, there's a thing in New York City called New Front, where a bunch of television networks and talent agencies, networks, all this kind of stuff, like they basically all like link up and have this giant like powwow where they all like announce the big things they're working on for the rest of this year. I guess it always hasn't been something that was open to the public. It was like only open to the employees of those companies. But this year it is for a fact open to the public and live streamed, I believe, which means tomorrow some fucking executive bitch in like a little blazer is gonna get up on a stage with a PowerPoint of a bunch of photos of me like smoking weed with my tits out. Oh my God, my heart is literally beating out of my chest. Not to be like a cheesy like Disney princess moment, my heart is literally beating out of my chest because I was about to say it and I like really don't want to cry. The last thing you need, Tana, is 2 fucking videos on your YouTube channel in a row crying, and this one in a Care Bear onesie. Like, you are not Trisha Paytas. The executive woman in a fucking pinstripe blazer is gonna get up on that stage and announce that the next season of an MTV no filter reality show is gonna be called Tana Turns 21. Let me tell you, not being able to say that for the last 9 months has literally made me fucking insane. In the history of my YouTube channel, I have never kept a secret for 9 months about something I was working on. But I have a reality show with I feel like I've literally always known that I needed a reality show. Like literally I sat down to film my first stalker story thinking like, fuck, I wish this was like a TLC documentary. Like, and like my life is so fucking chaotic and wild and psychotic every second of every day. You're like, no shit. No matter how much I film or show online, there's still gonna be so many things that just don't get recorded. I literally feel like one of the things that's most commented on my YouTube channel is like, someone please give this bitch a reality show. Like, Jesus. And throughout my entire career, I feel like I've been offered a lot of different opportunities for something like this, but I felt like that the different networks that wanted to film me would compromise who I actually am and script it and edit me to be something that I'm not. And it's like, fuck, if I'm gonna give a reality show my all, and I want it to be like the psycho shit that nobody sees, the side of my life that I don't broadcast. I want it to be no holds bars, like, bitch, I am psychotic. Or the offers were for digital networks that I felt like were fleeting, and it was like the content was just better to be put on my YouTube channel. And for a while, I felt like that wasn't right, and I felt like when I did do it, I needed to be in the mindset of knowing that YouTube would still be my #1 priority and that my videos wouldn't change at all. If anything, they would just like get better. That the show would have to literally be the psycho shit that no one sees. Like, where the fuck were the reality cameras last weekend at Coachella when I was scream crying on the floor fucking for getting cheated on? Where the fuck were the reality cameras when Ashley and I were leaving a music festival and she convinced the Uber driver that she could drive better than him on the freeway, so she got out in pasties and underwear and switched with him and drove 9 of us around while the Uber was like professing his love to her, you know? Where the fuck were the reality cameras when Jordan and I just decided that sharing a dog together would not be something that makes us fight every day? Because where the fuck were the reality cameras? Every mental breakdown I've had about my stalker or life, I could go on and on and on with that. The point being is I wanted to wait until it was absolutely perfect. I felt like I really learned with TanaCon that like anything I were to ever do in the future, not only would I not announce it till it's fucking ready and go insane, but I would never do something big in my career if it wasn't with a company that I fully trusted and people that I trusted and somewhere where there was no red flags and someone that I thought would be a good representation of me and that were reputable that I could fall back on and blah, 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 blah. Obviously, the day that MTV presented the idea of this show to me was the day that I felt like I was waiting for all this time. It was one of the first moments where I really realized that I'd grown in a way. And on top of that, I like grew up obsessed with fucking MTV, like Jersey Shore and all that kind of shit. It was like literally like, give me a fucking poof and a cheetah tube top and I'll go to the fucking Jersey Shore right now and like fuck someone in the fucking smush room, bitch. I always felt like MTV was one of the only TV networks that actually let reality TV be reality TV, and that's why it was so juicy and so interesting to watch, because it was like actually real, like fucking Sam and Ron fighting. That's not something you can stage, and you knew that as the viewer, you know? But even now, watching Lohan Beach Club and being like, holy fuck, like Lindsay Lohan's crazy. I've never seen this side of her. It's so real. And so I started having all these meetings with MTV, and they made me feel like family, and like that, if anything, I'm just so lucky to work with this amazing family. It just felt like the perfect fit. I knew that if I were to give MTV reality show Tana, that they would fucking record it and put it out there, and that it would actually be sides of me that people have never fucking seen before. I feel like I talked about this a lot in my breakup video. I'm like, it's linked below, cross promoting. People on the internet, celebrities, people in general, everyone, we are all just putting out what we want you to see. We are molding and painting this perfect life and putting it out to the world, and letting down those walls is really hard. And people only see me in front of a camera ranting for fucking 20 minutes about how my Uber drive was like so hard. And people see that one side of you and they think that they fucking know you entirely. And that's why it's very quick for someone to be like, Tana Mongeau's a stupid bitch. Like, you know what I mean? But I try not to let the people fucking calling me like a stupid idiot, dumb blonde, bimbo, slut, horse, skank online like bother me, because at the end of the day, I know that they're only seeing this contrived part of my life that I choose to show them. And I think that's another thing that has me very excited about this whole show being Tana Turns 21, and knowing it's not going to be scripted or manipulated, that you're going to be let into a side of my life that I can genuinely say you've never seen before. The actual stresses I have to go through, and the business that I run, and the ways that I've grown and changed, or I'm hurting from the things that have happened to me in the past, and all of the fucking psycho adult shit I have to do. It's like I see so many of these YouTube stars like get a fucking YouTube Red show or get a fucking Hulu show, and they like lose their YouTube channels and they start making content less, and they're like, no, I'm saving the story time for the MTV show, you know? I don't ever want to do that. I want to be able to make my videos just like I make them now, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for these videos that I fucking make. I guess I just want you guys to know that like having a reality show on MTV, that's still really weird to say out loud, sorry, it's just like a stop on this fucking spaceship to the fucking moon. It's not me jumping from anything. And we're still working on so many things, and I can't give away too much yet. But make sure to follow MTV on everything. Subscribe to them here on YouTube. Be following me on Twitter and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. The fact that I'm even able to be like, follow MTV for updates on my life is fucking insane. I think the last 9 months in 2019 as a year for me has been all about growing up. In these last 9 months, I feel like I've learned years of life lessons, and it only terrifies me for what I'm gonna fucking learn in the future. But I think that if I would have had a reality show fucking 2 years ago, it would have been like, I'm Tana, I have a stalker, there's Gushers in the fridge over there, and I'm drunk. Like, I'm gonna sleep in and my manager doesn't care, and like, it just would have been so corny, and I really needed to like grow the fuck up before I could do this. And now for hopefully the first season to be named Tana Turns 21 just feels so fucking right. Or like everything I've been doing for the past 5 years is like now legal, so MTV can film it. It feels really good that I waited. Or maybe I just waited because I was really convinced that MTV was gonna back out at the last minute. So I guess it feels really good that they didn't back out. So yeah, check out my new reality show. Like I said earlier, there's so much more to come. I feel like this is literally just me putting my feet in the water and popping my cherry. And like, if you wanna know, you will have to follow me, MTV. I know I said this at the beginning of this video, but literally you behind the camera watching this, not the number of views right there, like you. I never want you to think that I am not 100% fully aware at all times that every single thing I'm getting to do is because people watch my YouTube videos and love me. So thank you, and I love you so fucking much. And secondarily, I just don't ever want any of you to think that you can't do everything I'm doing, because if you would have ever told me in Vegas every single thing about my life and mental state fucked up that I would get to do any of this, like, I would have never ever believed you. I probably literally would have decked you in the face. Like, I feel like I sound like such a motivational speaker, but like, fuck. And this definitely wasn't the way I originally wanted to announce. Sitting here for the third time deciding this isn't gonna be a high production or even this fucking video in the love sack at 5:24 a.m. knowing that when you see this, wherever you are, I'm gonna be fucking miserable. It still feels perfect. This feels like this is exactly how I should have done this all along. So thank you for the millionth time for joining me on this journey, and I will talk to you very soon. Here's to me finally shutting the fuck up online about everything I'm working on, and MTV No Filter Tana Turns 21. More information about everything should be linked down below. I'm scared to like promise that right now, but like, you know. And I love you. I'm gonna go slave away editing, potentially take a shit, maybe cry about my breakup for like 8 minutes, and then like go shoot a music video. It just is gonna be released soon. Can't wait for that. Bye. That is the sun rising.